Year 2021, a 17-year-old boy was brought in a wheelchair among 10,000 people in a big stadium in North Korea. The boy's mother was crying while sitting in the crowd present in the stadium when 3 North Korean soldiers took the wheel. 9 rounds were fired from the machine gun at the boy sitting on the chair. As expected, the boy lost his life on the spot. The whole ground became quiet for some time, but after that, every person sitting in the ground started clapping rapidly, one of which was that of the boy. There was also mother who was crying and clapping continuously. So Guy, welcome to North Korea, and do you know what was that boy's mistake? Well, listening to South Korean pop music. So hello Guy, I am Raj, and let's start. Another new episode, the world's most isolated country with a population of about 2.6 crores, in which death penalty is quite common. The boundaries of North Korea meet 3 different countries, Russia, China, and South Korea. That is why many times the people here come to these boundaries. They also try to escape from North Korea through, she freed her son, but her happiness vanished in an instant, because after entering China, he was again handed over to North Korean soldiers by the authorities there, where he was tortured and finally given death sentence as punishment for escaping. Now, due to being quite isolated, it is very difficult for news to come out from this country, but the news that does come out is quite heart-wrenching. Like recently, the execution report of 200 people came out in North Korea, in which a large number were teenagers. Their crime was listening to K-pop music and watching foreign movies because friends, according to the Supreme Leader Kim Jong-un, listening to foreign music or watching movies. This activity is like a big virus for the country of North Korea, which can destroy their civilization. According to Haken, a defector who fled from North Korea, his name is OC, sometimes after the execution, the authorities hang people's bodies in crowded places like markets and stadiums, so that seeing those bodies can instill fear in the minds of people that what will happen next. How dangerous are the consequences for those who break the rules? Now, despite all this, the propaganda on North Korea's TV and radio is continuously broadcasted to the people that they are living in the best country in the world, and they should get that life from their supreme leaders. Friends, in North Korea, the supreme leaders are worshipped like gods, where you have to respect not only them, but also their photos. For example, in the year 2020, the story of a woman living in Songtown, North Korea. There was a fire in the house. The woman somehow risked her life to save the lives of her children trapped in the fire. But after this incident, a lot of negative propaganda was carried out against the woman in the entire Korean media and demanded her punishment. But the question is, what was his mistake? Well, it was his mistake that he saved his life and that of his children in the fire that broke out in his house, and not that he saved the lives of these Korean supreme leaders in his house. I mean, oh my God, what a big crime. This reached its limit when during that fire a neighboring farmer risked his life to save the photo of these supreme leaders, and he was praised a lot on the entire North Korean media. By the way, friends, you will be surprised to know about North Korea that according to UNESCO, the literacy rate of this country is 100%. That is, the entire population here is educated. Also, the special thing about North Korea is that the entire education here is government funded. And this is also the need of North Korea, especially their leaders, because throughout their studies, they are continuously brainwashed from childhood till they grow up. They are taught the false history of North Korea, how their supreme leaders are incarnations of God, who have freed North Korea from tyrants like Japan, South Korea, and America. Many countries, even in every subject, be it science or mathematics, it is compulsory to praise the supreme leader like a god. Students and scientists doing scientific studies in universities also have to add such quotes in their articles. Is a great leader, Honorable Kim Il-sung, taught me this. Great guide, Honorable Kim Jong-il, gave me this knowledge. After being completely brainwashed for 17 years, now every student of North Korea is made to serve in the compulsory military. This age for girls is 23 years, although most of the girls selected in the army, some girls are also sent to a special squad which is called Kim Jo in Korean and Pleasure Squad in English, although you have heard their work by their names. You must have guessed it because their job is only to please North Korea's top official and Kim Jong-un. Military service in North Korea cannot be avoided unless you are a genius in studies or a special rank officer or leader. One thing is quite surprising about North Korea. The women here earn more than the men, the income from which the family spends 70%. Now we will go into the details of how these women earn this income. Will not go much, but mostly the work is illegal. Look, if we talk about boys, then the best job for them is to become a permanent soldier in the military or to work at a government post where they are paid $3 to $4 in North Korea. The price of 1 kg rice is also almost between 200 to 250 pounds. It is, despite working for the whole month, even a government employee is not able to buy ration for the whole month. But most of the people who work in factories, their condition is even worse, where they are given only $1 or 50 cents after working for a whole month. Now just imagine how an average person would survive there. According to North Korea's Labor Law Article 22, people have to work 6 days a week and 8 hours a day, and they should get holidays and weeks off. Well, look, this is just a rule, and as a communist country, North Korea also has its own. Therefore, people working in a company or firm have to work 12 or more hours a day, and there is no guarantee whether they will get weekend off or not. A soldier who escaped from North Korea said that, "I still remember that every day, there we were given a bowl of rice at 30%, corn flour at 70%, a bowl of salad and soybean soup along with radish, which the off-course people did not like. So that too by selling things in the black market. They used to buy other food and eat it." In North Korea, the government also retires people who work for a long time in government jobs and military after a certain age. This age is 60 years for men and 55 years for women. They are given 30% of their last salary by the North Korean government. So, according to the United Nations, any person needs a minimum of 600 grams of average daily food for survival. But in North Korea, people on ration cards are given an average of 400 grams of food. Percent daily food is given, which was reduced to an average of 300 grams per person in the year 2019 due to crop shortage. Due to this less food, majority of the poor people present there eat insects and even the roots of trees. Year 2014. According to the data of North Korea, 69,000 adults and 167,000 children consume tobacco daily, and more than 50 people here are suffering from male smoking and alcohol addiction, the reason for which is that these things are very cheap and people can afford them. Life is very difficult and stressful. In North Korea, a pack of cigarettes is available for only $0.08, and the most sold Chinese alcohol here is Kova Liang liquor, which is cheap as well as very strong because by volume, it contains alcohol ranging from 38 to 63%. But mostly North Koreans are not able to afford even this, and they make alcohol illegally at home from potatoes and corn, which children and old people drink like all soft drinks. In Korea too, there is an 18-plus age limit for drinking alcohol, but because for the North Korean government, listening to the pops of BTS and Blackpink is a bigger crime than drinking alcohol before the age, hence here more attention is paid to children who are consuming alcohol or smoking before the age. By the way, friends, if you are not given death sentence even for big crimes like trying to escape by listening to BTS songs and watching American movies, or saving the lives of yourself and your children by leaving the pictures of the supreme leader in the fire, then you should be happy about it. There is no need, because after this, you will probably have to spend your entire life in prison camps built in different remote places in the country. These camps are another isolated place present in this isolated country where people are cut off from the rest of the country. A report according to the WHO, almost 5 lakh to 2 lakh people are imprisoned in different prison camps of North Korea who have to work a lot at mining and construction sites from 5 o'clock in the morning till night, and despite all this, they get very little food, due to which the condition of these camps is so bad that around 40 people die due to lack of nutrition. Due to lack of rules and regulations here, physical and mental torture of women and children is quite common, but the prisoners do not have any rights of their own, but there are rules here which have to be followed by the prisoners living here. If broken, mostly only one punishment is given, and that is, yes, you guessed it, death penalty. If you stole something, you run away, tried to escape, or talked in a group of more than 3 people, or did not report someone's escape planning. In all these cases, you will be given the same punishment, escaped from North Korea and reached America. Shin Dong-yug tells that I was born like this. He was born in a North Korea camp, and having lived in the same camp since childhood, he did not know anything about the outside world. He did not even know that there existed any other country besides North Korea. He only understood hunger and pain. According to him, there was no concept of love and family for the people living in the camp. Giving an example of this, He also shares a story of his. He says that once a girl was beaten in front of my eyes. He was killed because he had stolen food, and I did not feel anything after seeing him. Apart from this, once I and my entire family were dragged out, and my mother and brother were shot in front of my eyes. But during that time I also did not feel anything. I just knew that they had broken the rules for which they were punished. There is another special thing about these camps, which is the marriages that take place here. There is no need to maintain the count of workforce continuously in these camps. It is the job of the guards handling these camps to ensure that children are born, and here no one has the freedom to choose their partner. Rather, the matchmaking is such that from now on, you both are husband and wife, and that's it. The marriage took place. In 2019, it was announced in the North Korean state-spun TV channel that the government will give a reward of $6 to anyone who gives information about illegal activities taking place in their area. Now that is a huge amount for the North Korean people. So what do you think people would have done and would have reported it? Well, no, it is not that there are no illegal activities in their area, but in North Korea everyone is involved in different such illegal activities. Now without this, people have their own. Even earning a living is not possible, and without such activities it becomes difficult for people to run their household, and almost everyone is involved in these activities. Hence no one reports each other, where people's life becomes so difficult. Most of these people spend their whole life with depression and trauma, see their entire family dying of hunger and thirst in front of their eyes, or suffer the atrocities of the government. All this is so difficult that the lucky ones who manage to escape from North Korea are lucky. People always have that terrible memory which they share with the world, and I have narrated their stories to you in today's video. So friends, in my previous North Korea video, many viewers had commented that North Korea is the best country, and I want to go there. Now tell me in the comment below whether you would really like to live in North Korea. So please like this video and share it with your friends and family. If you are new to the channel, then subscribe to this channel. Also like the notification. I will meet you with the next episode.